I see here old Harold Osgood is fighting with the university again.
What, dear?
Councilman Osgood.
Hey, I know this is really confusing right now, but I'm gonna need you to listen to me very carefully. The reality you're living in is not real. Your brainwaves have been hijacked by T-Mad and their puppet T23. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a video about me explaining and ranking every Doctor Who on-screen regeneration just long enough so Jace can insert an anti-T-Mad virus in your brain. Don't worry, it's not gonna hurt. All I need you to do is trust me, okay? Just sit back, relax, and enjoy this show, okay? Jace, run it. Okay, so I've been watching Doctor Who on and off for about 4 years, and I just finished watching the 14th Doctor's episode, which is just David Tennant reprising his role as the Doctor. I'll get to him later on in the video, but before we get started, I want to lay down some ground rules, okay? Number one, when it comes to Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor, as I'm writing this script, Season 1 isn't finished yet, so I might make a video about his season later. We'll see when we get there. Number two, when it comes to any Doctor that came before the 9th Doctor in 2006, my knowledge is very limited. So I'm going off pure vibes and the little knowledge that I have of them. Number three, please don't take my opinions as fact. Number four, don't get upset that I put your favorite Doctor lower than what you wanted. Number five, don't take my opinions and use them as your own. Watch the show yourself and form your own opinions. Number six, I know the title says every incarnation, but I'm sure there's ones out there that are like audiobooks only or something. So please educate me in the comments, please, and thank you. With all that out of the way, let's rank every Doctor Who incarnation. Going off the little information I have about William Hartnell's Doctor and when he showed up in later seasons, I think he was good for the time. It just didn't feel right to put him above anyone else in A tier. So I had to put him in B tier, you know. His fit is okay. Nothing that really stands out to me personally. Mr. Hartnell himself did die in 1975, so rest in peace. You will be missed. I put Troughton's Doctor in A tier simply because he seems to be more eccentric and playful than the first Doctor, just off vibes alone. I personally enjoy it more when the Doctor is more playful and doesn't take things too seriously, yet still gets shit done, you know? Sadly, Mr. Troughton also died in 1987, so rest in peace to him as well. John Pertwee's Doctor would be lower because I think his vibe is kind of boring, but I think he has a pretty cool outfit, so that kind of bumps him up to a B tier. Not much else to say, really. Pertwee also died in 1996, so can we get like a rest in peace in chat? Yeah, before we continue, let me know in the comments who your favorite Doctor is. Before I get to meat and potatoes, all right? Honestly, I put Tom Baker's Doctor in C tier. He's the only one in C tier because I just don't care for his vibe, really. I don't have a specific reason. I think he could be a great Doctor in action, but since I haven't watched any of his episodes or anything, I just don't see it, and I'm not feeling it. Surprisingly, though, Tom Baker himself is still alive. You know, he's still trucking along, 90 years old. Shit. Congratulations, man. I put Peter Davison's Doctor in B tier. I like his outfit. It's interesting, and it livens the vibe up after having like 4 other Doctors with darker clothing. Other than that, he doesn't seem all that interesting on the surface. Fun fact, David Tennant is actually Peter's son-in-law. I didn't know that. Maybe some of you might know that, but I didn't know that personally. And it's kind of crazy how if you're like close relatives to David Tennant or Peter Davison, you have 2 people in your family that played as Doctor Who. That's a flex right there. Also, Mr. Davison is currently 73 years old. Congratulations, bro. Alright, so just like the 5th Doctor, I'm really appreciating the boldness of the 6th Doctor's outfit. It says a lot about them, I think, and for that, he gets put in A tier. There's nothing else to really say about this one. I don't really have anything else to say. Moving on. The Seventh Doctor was played by Sylvester McCoy, and I really like everything about this version. This outfit is fun and very interesting. The vibe gives off lovable goofball energy, and the addition of the question mark umbrella / cane and clothing was a genius touch by the people who designed Sylvester's outfit. Genius. I love them for that, which is why he gets put in A tier. So we are now halfway through the list. So from here on, we'll be in a new era of Doctor Who, which means I have a lot more things to say about everyone from here on out.
Sergeant, they're onto us and enforcing an outbreak. Wakey, brain potato. Your BD limit is halfway over. Take some downtime and come back later. And don't forget my fucking Eddies, asshole.
Hey, man. Can you hear me? Hey. Hello? Yo. What's up, man? Okay. Yo,
what's up?
Nice headphones.
Oh, my bad, bro. Noise canceling.
Oh, okay,
let me pause.
Got you. Nice headphones, man.
Yeah, noise canceling, bro.
Hey, where can I get them, man?
Oh, what kind of soundcore? They're called soundcore, yeah.
Oh, for real? Okay.
They're pretty dope. I love them.
Yeah, they look dope, man. They look good.
Hey, if you want to get your own, bro, there's a link in my subscription on my channel.
Okay.
And they lead you to some great deals, bro.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
I like deals.
There's one, if you put this code in, it gives you up to $20 off. It's really cool, bro. It's really dope.
Gotcha.
And they got weekly deals going on if you use the link in the description, and it's amazing. Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah, honestly, these things are amazing. Noise canceling is my favorite one so far. I got the earbud version too.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are more for at home and stuff like that.
Right.
These are amazing out in the public. You can hear nothing. You know what I mean? Just quiet and music.
That's why I want to get one. I want to get one.
It's beautiful, honestly.
Bet. I'm gonna get one.
Go check it out. I'll send you the link to my channel.
Yeah.
And,
For real.
I got you, man.
Bet. Thanks, man.
Bro.
Appreciate you, dude.
Dope.
Thank you.
All right, bro.
Respect. All right, man. I am very disappointed in whoever made the decision to not have Paul McGann's Doctor come back for at least one official season. I was genuinely excited to see more from him, and then I found out he was only the Doctor for one movie. What the fuck? I was devastated. I'm not gonna lie. I know story-wise and lore-wise, he turned into the War Doctor because of the Last Great Time War, but still, it really hurt because I really enjoyed his portrayal of the Doctor. His outfit was top tier, and he carried himself like he was back in Victorian times or something similar. Shit was entertaining, and because of how it contrasted with the modern times of the late 90s, I thought it could have been great. The potential for this Doctor and what we got from Paul, this shit deserves the A tier in my book. Alright, so while he's technically not considered a Doctor because the 8th Doctor, his dying wish was to be regenerated as a warrior instead of the Doctor this time around, I'll still add John Hurt's Doctor because I want to talk about him a little bit. I think he really adds a lot to the different sides of who the Doctor is themselves. You can really see him try to figure out why he was one of the lucky few that survived the Time War after every regeneration. So I think for me, John Hurt's Doctor adds a lot to who the Doctor is. So he's going to be put in A tier for that. Frankly, Chris Eccleston's Doctor was just a little too boring for me. And as the start of technically the new generation of the Doctors, he kind of jump-started the new generation. It's kind of boring, personally. I did love him and Rose's relationship, but overall, I think he has a way too serious vibe for my liking. I get why, obviously because of the Great Time War and all that stuff. I get it. I understand why. It just, for me personally, it just didn't work as well. Maybe Chris Eccleston's way of portraying the seriousness wasn't a big fan of it. However, I did like the leather jacket. I think that was a good change from the norm. I think it symbolized a lot, and I think it symbolizes where the Doctor was mentally after the Great Time War. So So for all of that, I'm putting him in B tier. He's not horrible, but he's not the greatest either. The time we've all been waiting for. The 10th Doctor. David Tennant's Doctor, I think, is considered the Doctor in all caps for lots of Whovians. I think it's mostly because he was the Doctor when a lot of people around my age, 25, were kids. That's my assumption. Don't roast me. I could be wrong. I don't have that nostalgia factor with him personally, so because I didn't grow up watching the Doctor. Also, I'm not from Britain, so I'm coming from a less biased standpoint. David's Doctor was more arrogant and angry than usual, similar to Eccleston's Doctor, and I think that aspect was portrayed by David, in my opinion, way better than Eccleston did. For me, I think David gave off that vibe way better than Eccleston did. Even though David's was just as serious in a lot of situations as Eccleston, David had an undercurrent of like morbid curiosity and wanderlust throughout a lot of his escapades. Now, as for his 14th Doctor reprisal, I think he was good. I enjoy seeing Donna and David together again. Even though as a companion, I don't really care for Donna that much. I think she's fun, but I don't really care for her. That's for a whole different video. I love the ending that transitioned into Cuddy's Doctor. I won't spoil it, and just in case you haven't seen it yet, but I think it was great. So for all of that, he gets an A tier. I'm sure a lot of you will put him in S, but that is reserved for 2 other Doctors, and 2 other Doctors only. Matt Smith's Doctor is one of the 2 whose spot is reserved in S tier. Let's give him a round of applause. Good job, bro. You did it. You did that. You did your thing on that one, okay? Matt Smith's Doctor embodied everything I imagined a Doctor should be, in my opinion. He was fun, charismatic, serious when needed, very kind, quick on his feet, and just overall a character I'd follow to the ends of the universe for. Am I glazing? Am I dick riding? Yeah, I am, but it's okay. Okay, I think I have a very good reason to do such a thing. Okay. His relationship with Clara was very fun, even though Clara as a character herself, personally, wasn't all that interesting on her own. But that's a topic for another video. Thank you, Matt, for your amazing work. Nice, short, quick. There is really nothing else to say, because it's just Matt Smith's Doctor is just perfect. It is what it is, Now, even though I said all that, I thought Matt Smith's Doctor was the best Doctor until I met Peter Capaldi's Doctor. Man, Peter Capaldi's Doctor blew me away in the first episode, which is insane. At first, in the beginning of the episode, I was hesitant, similar to how Clara was, because he looked old now, and I was like, oh, where is this going, But that went away pretty quickly when I saw the way he acted when he observed his own face and was talking to that homeless guy. I believe that was the first episode. From that moment, I was hooked. I genuinely started to enjoy Peter Capaldi's way of portraying the Doctor. It was just like, this is great. This is amazing. What the, Peter Capaldi was so good. He made Clara seem more interesting than she was with Matt Smith. I know. I don't want to be the person to hate on Clara. I don't hate Clara. I just think by herself she's pretty boring. But she works well she worked well with Matt Smith, but she worked even better with Peter Capaldi. And also, she got better as an actress as the more she was in the show. The Doctor was funny, clever, sad, all with the undercurrent of anger that was quelled by Clara's presence, it seemed. She was like his soft, what's the word? Clara, to me, in Clara and Peter Capaldi's Doctor, felt like it was like Peter Capaldi's Doctor was like a rock, right? But Clara was like a soft pillow under the rock, so the rock wouldn't, fall and break, if that makes sense. In my opinion, he's the best to ever do it, unless Cuddy changes my mind. So, thank you, Peter Capaldi. You deserve this S tier right here beside Matt Smith. Jodie Whittaker. Her doctor had big shoes to fill. And sadly, I don't think she filled them fully. It's super ironic that the First Lady doctor was also the unlucky number 13. However, I think she did well for what she was given. But I do think the stories for Jodie compared to the stories for Peter were noticeably worse in a lot of ways. I feel like it would have been better if Ryan and his step-grandfather wasn't there. I know, I understand the reason, but at the same time, that's a topic for another video, okay? So I'm not going to talk too much about it, okay? They didn't really add much to the story, okay? They could have written them out. They did write them out halfway through the season, which is interesting. I'm personally glad they did because it gave us more time with 13 and Yaz. I also think Yaz is kind of boring, but like I said, this for a video for another day. I understand why 13 had so many companions. 12 was alone a lot, especially when he regenerated because he kept losing Clara, and they probably didn't want to go through that again. I get it. I just think that whole thing kind of fell flat to me. I feel like for Jodie to be the first female doctor, I wish they would have focused more on that, right? Focus more on that character instead of giving the 13th Doctor so many companions. It just kind of felt too bloated as a... it felt too bloated. It was too much. It was too many cooks in the kitchen. Also, I fucking hate her pants. Her pants are so ugly to me. I can't do it. The fucking high waters, bro. Get that shit off the screen, bro. God. Ugh. Everything else is fine when it comes to outfits, but her pants, bro. Her pants is atrocious, bro. Who the fuck I'll let her wear that shit? I don't know. I like the trench coat, For all that reason, I'm putting her in A tier. I know it's high based on the things I said, but I honestly think that towards the later episodes when it was just Yaz and Dan and the doctor, I enjoyed those a lot more than I thought I would. Also, she got to go up against the Master again, and that was really fun. It forced Jodie to really let loose more, I think. The story was also putting her through the ringer towards the end. Like, she was getting beat up. It was bad. It was like she was Spider-Man. Like, she was left and right. She was just getting hit by, all this. It was amazing. She did a lot. She did really well. She did really good towards the end of her run as the Doctor. She also had the same undercurrent of morbid curiosity about a lot of situations, and it actively upset her that she couldn't stay around to figure things out, which was a beautiful touch, in my opinion. And with that, our virus should have taken root. I don't know when I'll be back, but when I am back, I will have something with me that will stop T-Mad once and for all. See y'all then.